Hey guys, this is Jason, the site director here at Camp Monadnock, and I just want to share a little bit about our Giving Tuesday project for this year. So we're working on a really big water project here at Camp Monadnock as well as our other sites, but let me just share a little bit about Camp Monadnock. My family and I got here about 2.5 years ago, and one of the first things we realized is if we're going to bring the legacy of Camp Monadnock into the future and continue to do ministry, there's a lot of infrastructure work that needs to happen here. One of the biggest things we discovered is our water system was failing in a variety of ways. We decided to reevaluate the plan holistically and put in a whole new water system. So Peter's going to give you a lot more details and information about that, but we really need your help partnering with us on Giving Tuesday to bring this water project to reality, to help steward Monadnock into the future and put us on a path for continued growth in ministry by starting with our infrastructure, by helping us be able to minister effectively. A couple of the issues that we are facing: one, if you have stayed with us in Carlson lately, you might have noticed this beeping sound. It comes from the fire panel and it goes off a couple times, sometimes in the middle of the night, which is really frustrating. That is caused by the water pressure in the tanks that feed the suppression system not being able to keep up. It's not a dangerous situation, but it's really inconvenient for our guests, and the only way to fix that is through replacement of the tanks, which is part of the overall water process that we're working on. So that's just one of the guest impacts that the current water structure is having. So some of the outcomes that we're expecting as we are able to work on this project to complete it, we're going to be able to operate at full capacity, and everyone will be able to take a shower. We'll be able to keep the pool full to the level that it needs to be. We'll be able to have all the water that we need in the kitchen for all of our food service things, because we want to maximize this property to its fullest. We want to run everything full down here at the main camp, as well as having the RV park fully up online and functioning, and for everyone to have a quality experience while they're here. And this new water system is really going to help us accomplish that. And we want to make sure that we're meeting current codes and regulations. In this process, we found out that we should actually be considered a community water system, which is a little bit different than the way we had been operating. So we're trying to make sure that we're meeting all of the current safety regulations, the government codes that we need to meet. We want to make sure that our fire suppression system is fully functional. What we really want to focus on for Giving Tuesday is the water building at Camp Monadnock. So that is a $75,000 part of the project that's going to house the water tanks, the pumps, a major part of the water system here at Camp Monadnock.
Hi, so my name's Peter Montgomery. I am the current facilities manager here at Camp Monadnock for Berea Ministries. I am in a lot of ways so connected with this water project, as I've been the one working with the state and with the EPA, trying to figure out what we need to do and how to get it done. But also just to ensure that when everybody comes onto this property, they have the best experience that we can generally provide. So right now we're here at Carlson. I'm standing next to the well. They used to feed water to the property. The big reason why I'm standing here is to help you understand is the well that we had that was put in a couple decades ago, that had failure. It had 2 pumps in it, but in the past 1.5 years, for multiple reasons, those both went bad. The other big thing is in the basement of Carlson, that's where all the water used to be stored. There was 2 issues with it. The big emergency issue was they weren't holding pressure. Those have probably been going bad over many years. They were put in the 50s. But then to top that too, the storage wasn't enough for the amount of people that we have on property. With our previous system in the basement of Carlson, we had 3 tanks that were roughly 800 gallons of water total. The new system is going to be 3 tanks with a total of 24,000 gallons of water. And then a lot of people will be like, what in the world are you doing? You're adding that much water? The reason is, on a weekend of, let's say, 150 people, we will use around 13,000 gallons of water between Friday and Sunday. When you only have a system that holds 800, that's a lot of strain on the well. That was one of the reasons why we had premature well failure. The other reason of going with more storage is also because our system has moved into a different category with the state and the EPA. And with a lot of those restrictions, we have to do a proper amount of water storage. So if we lose a well, we have enough water to get us through a day or 2 days. So right now I'm standing towards the entrance of what will be the water building. So to give like a more overview of what this building is going to do, is the biggest reason is it's like going to be a shelter. This is the foundation. They're getting ready to pour the concrete floor next week, and we're hopefully going to be getting our metal building in later this month, and up and insulated before it gets too cold. We're building such a big footprint, and it's going to be pretty high because we need to put 3 ginormous water tanks in the building. So to kind of show you some points of the building that you can see is right over here, to give kind of a drastic comparison of size difference between what we had and what we're going towards, is this is what the size, a 2-inch pipe of what our old water main used to be on property. This 6-inch pipe is the size of our new water main going to connect to the water main on property. So just to give a representation of how we needed to upgrade from smaller to bigger for the amount of water that we truly need. And the biggest reason why we already have a foundation in, and why we're hopefully getting the floor in next week, and why we are working towards getting this done as soon as possible, is because with our water system failure in our old well, the big thing was we will freeze when it gets cold out, and it'll freeze our current water system. So we're trying to move really fast to get ahead of winter. And also there's a lot of timelines that we have to commit to with the state and with the EPA to get a functioning, proper water system that will keep everyone healthy and safe.
So the total cost of this project for both Monadnock and the other sites that we're working on improvements at is over $1 million. But what we really want to focus on for Giving Tuesday is the water building at Camp Monadnock. So that is a $75,000 part of the project that's going to house the water tanks, the pumps, a major part of the water system here at Camp Monadnock. So our goal for this Giving Tuesday, $75,000. Can you help us meet that goal?